Last week, we explained how white-tailed deer are eating up farmers' crops and their profits. One Dodge County man says that hunting is also expensive and could be causing deer populations to rise. Jessica Chaub paid a visit to Thomas Dykes to see if there's a solution to the problem.
A box on a ladder in the woods. In his hunter's uniform, Thomas Dykes says he's been doing this a long time.
I get buck fever. The day I lose that is the day I quit hunting.
Hunting deer has been his hobby since age 11, but a lot has changed since then.
When I was young, hunting was a couple of $100. Now that I'm older, hunting is a couple of $1,000.
Dykes says to hunt deer, he personally needs a hunting license, a lease for hunting land, guns, ammo, deer feed, a processor for meat, and more.
The price of the bullets. You used to buy a box of 20 for $12. Now they $45, $50, and $60.
Georgia hunting regulations say you can hunt 2 bucks and 10 does, but Dykes says he can't afford to kill that money and process them.
4 deer has cost me over $400.
Dykes says this may be discouraging hunters like younger ones. He says they have many expenses already and less exposure to hunting, and that may increase deer populations.
And the hunting expense is just not something they can afford.
Georgia Department of Natural Resources deer biologist Charlie Kilmaster says the number of deer statewide hasn't increased.
It's actually been relatively stable over the last several years.
But says they may be booming in areas with less hunting, and most hunters don't shoot as many deer as allowed.
It's a point of diminishing returns, essentially.
Kilmaster says deer populations eating crops and affecting farmers is a statewide problem, but there are solutions.
Well, the first thing I would suggest is they encourage hunting on the property during the deer season. And then aside from that, applying for those permits out of deer season to control it when the crops are actively growing.
Hunters just like Dykes.
Everybody benefits.
In Dodge, Jessica Chaub, 13 WMAZ News.
Kilmaster also says the off-season permits to kill nuisance deer outside of hunting season are free. The breeding season for white-tailed deer is happening now in some central Georgia counties. That includes Crawford, Hancock, Bibb, Jones, Houston, and Peach. Their rut season lasts through the 9th. Meanwhile, local State Farm agent Terrence Smith had this to say about deer in Georgia.
One deer may take out a quarter pounder and one deer may total out a vehicle. November is the #1 month for anything to happen when it comes to deer in the United States.
Insurance company State Farm says U.S. drivers have a 1 in 127 chance of colliding with an animal. The insurance company says Georgia is a medium risk state for animal collisions. In 2008, the Federal Highway Safety Administration did a cost breakdown of a wildlife vehicle collision. Repair costs average around $1,800. Human injuries cost about $2,700.